Welcome to the Big Fat Quiz of Everything, the show that's bigger and fatter than you after seconds of Christmas dinner. This show has got great questions, fun games, and the best comedians on the planet. Well, 2 out of 3 ain't mad. Let's meet the teams. Our first team, a rising star of British comedy, and with her well, what's the opposite of that? Let's just say it's a real contrast. It's Harry Hill and Fatia El Ghori.
I object strongly.
So you both of you, well, neither of you show your hair on television, but for different reasons.
Don't start.
Do you want to see it? I can show it to you, but that'll mean we're married, so...
OK, our next team, a comedian who's only partially sighted and a comedian who's only partially aware. What could possibly go right? It's Josh Pugh and Roisin Conaty. Josh, you good?
Yeah, me and Roisin met about 10 minutes ago. The chemistry is unbelievable between us already.
We microwaved that chemistry. Hard.
And finally, they star together in the hit show Ludwig, where Sophie plays a fiendish but untrustworthy police assistant and David Mitchell plays... David Mitchell. It's Sophie Willan and David Mitchell.
Yeah. I've not seen you since the show, so it's nice, isn't it?
Hello again.
Hello, we had a cup of tea. This is the most we spoke, actually.
You need to microwave that chemistry.
Yeah.
If anything, microwaving is a softening process. I don't think it hardens many things.
The Big Fat Quiz of Everything is a bit like being at school. So, what were you all like at school? Harry, what were you like? Well, I can tell you were like this. Look at that.
Oh!
You look like the photo fit of every serial killer documentary on Netflix. But he was so innocent back in high school.
I didn't know you was a blondie. I
Yeah,
thought
it's a
you
wig.
was a Ashley Brown.
Yeah. No, it went mousy, and before I knew it, I'm now balding.
You're balding.
Yes. If I had your money, Jimmy, I'd take mine from round the back and stick it on the front.
That's literally what I've done.
Can you use other people's hair to get a hair transplant?
No, you have to use your own. Before the hair transplant, I wasn't by the phone waiting for news of a motorcycle accident so I could nick a quip off a corpse. I'm not a monster. Josh, let's take a look at you at school. Were you good at school?
Yeah.
Good ever.
That's actually non-uniform day as well.
You've got one leg thicker than the other, though. Did you have a scooter? Did you have a scooter so one leg is doing a lot of work and the other is just relaxed?
When your mum was doing your hair, it was a lot neater, wasn't it?
Yeah. That's actually my uncle's wedding. My mum would never buy the school photos.
She wouldn't buy the school photo?
No, I think she got the gist of what I looked like.
Sophie, what were you like at school? Were you well-behaved?
I was a naughty teenager. I was all right as a kid. I did get into trouble, but I didn't mean well. I had intentions
meant well.
that
Course
went
you did.
wrong.
Is that a vape?
Harry, Fatty, have you got a team name?
Yeah, it's Farry Gill.
Farry Gill.
Farry Gill.
Yeah. Harry, and then you take the H, put the F, and then I've got a G in my surname, and you put that there.
Yeah.
OK, Farry Gill it is. Josh, Rishi.
Our name is Lamb, Roisin, Josh.
That's how you combine names.
That's how you combine
That's how you
it.
combine them. Also, if radio presenter George Lamb was to join the team, it would still work.
Would be better, in fact. The specificity of the lamb is the only problem.
OK, now, Sophie, David, have you got a team name?
I wanted David's got small ears. That felt offensive.
But I do have small ears.
Have you tried cupping your hands round them?
Never, not once.
I might try later.
In 50 years, never. I've never touched them.
Have you got a team name?
David's not normal. Alma's David's not normal, but it's David.
Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, you see?
Davey's not normal. OK, this is a great team name. All right.
It's a good team name, isn't it?
All right, let's get on with the quiz. Our first round is history. I don't mean it's over, I mean it's just starting. Apart from what I just said, that is now history. Unless you're watching on catch-up. Got it? Good. The Roaring Twenties were a period of rapid economic growth and social change. They saw the emergence of sexually liberated, free-minded young women and also the invention of penicillin. So for venereal diseases, it was sort of a score draw. All right, let's get started. Here are some history questions for you. First up, I want to know what popular...
Sorry, how does this work? Sorry. No, sorry. There's been no explanation. It's like there's no buzzer, there's an iPad. What the hell, you know?
Well,
I think we deserve some explanation of it.
what is odd about this programme is, unlike all the other televised quizzes, of which there are many, but this is the only one that decided to retain the written element, which you might think is not a particularly televisual way of showing a quiz, but they're going with it. Right. So basically what the viewers are invited to do is watch us take part in a written exam.
Oh, no, we are
conceal the fact
in an exam. OK.
Yeah.
Question number one, write down your
now
answer.
there's no more room for the chat. We've just got to get down to it. Everyone...
Oh, I wish there was more room for fun. Oh, I wish there was time for fun, but there's no time for fun.
Shush, please. Concentrate on your papers.
OK, question number one. I want to know what popular type of joke Shakespeare is credited with creating in his play Titus Andronicus. I'll give everyone a clue. It's a type of roast joke that Shakespeare is credited as having created. All right, next, we have a question from J. Smith Cameron, a.k.a. Jerry from Succession. Here she is.
Hi, Jimmy. So my character in Succession was used to dealing with the demands of a difficult boss. But can your teams tell me what the grooms of the stool were employed to do for King Henry VIII?
OK, so J. Smith Cameron wants to know who were the grooms of the stool in Henry VIII's court. OK. Third question on history. Oliver Cromwell famously banned Christmas. Can you tell me 3 other things he banned?
Is that him? Is that a photograph of him?
I
like his collar. Jack in my swag. Jack in my swag.
OK, so Oliver Cromwell banned Christmas. What other 3 things could you name that he banned?
I know he was a real prick, but I can't remember why.
Well, he banned Christmas was the first on the list. All right, then the next question. I'm sure you've all got something down. Take a look at this extraordinary clip of Royal Marine Commandos engaging in field exercises in 1964. All I want to know is, why are they acting strangely?
The men began to relax and to giggle. But this man was more seriously affected and had to be removed from the exercise. After 35 minutes, one of the radio operators had become incapable of using his set, and the efficiency of the rocket launcher team was also very impaired.
That's like me trying to get round IKEA.
I'm not sure how comfortable I'd be with a shaky guy operating a rocket launcher.
Was David narrating that?
I'm pretty sure that was David, yeah. Why do you keep on wafting that boob at me?
Because that's how I get people away that... Sorry, I don't speak English.
What's the question?
I think that's your poker tell.
No, it ain't. This shit shirt, yeah, is slidey.
It's a nice shirt.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's slidey. I wanted to wear a red dress, but they told me don't bring a red dress, but I brought it anyway, and then they said you can't wear it.
Yeah.
I was told I couldn't wear blue.
I was told I couldn't wear a trilby.
I was told I had to wear pants.
You've all got answers down. I'll give you the first set of answers. I asked you what popular type of roast joke Shakespeare is credited with creating in his play Titus Andronicus. David Mitchell, you played Shakespeare. You probably know. Go on.
I don't know. But we've guessed.
What did you...
But we've written it down.
Not well, though. I can't actually read my writing.
Have you written it down?
In pie joke, something
mocked.
that... Mocked, well done.
Yeah.
Yeah, in pie joke.
In pie joke, mocked, where people, the joke in which people are mocked by being put in a pie. Because I remember...
I'm sorry, have you forgotten how to speak English? In pie mocked joke? I mean, they're all words.
No, but he said a lot of words. I just abbreviated quick. In pie joke mocked. Which
Oh, in pie joke mocked. Yes, correct. Back to you, Harry. What have you got for this?
Well, we weren't strictly in agreement over this.
What have you written?
That's the, you know, the
You
spot
better
thing,
explain
like
it.
that.
Yeah.
What is it you said again? Andronicus or something?
Titus Andronicus.
Yeah, exactly. That's a planet, isn't it? Like, what's that?
OK, Josh, Roisin, you're my only hope here.
Well, we've had a legitimate stab at this. We think it's a Yo Mama joke.
That is the correct answer.
Oh!
I'll tell you the joke. You want to hear the joke?
Yeah.
I'll tell you the... OK. So in Titus Andronicus, one of the characters, Chiron, exclaims, "Thou hast undone our mother," to which another character, Aaron, replies, "Villain, I have done thy mother." J. Smith Cameron asked you who the grooms of the stool were in King Henry VIII's court. Did you all get an answer for this?
Yes.
OK.
Yeah.
Harry? Back to you.
We thought it was one of the Harry Potter books. Harry Potter and the Groom of the Stool.
Josh, Roisin.
Well, Roisin actually knows this.
We think it's someone who, when they went through the stalls of the king, and then they shaped them. What did you... shit shaper.
Sophie, David, groom of the stool?
Wipe his bottom.
Yeah.
Yes, the groom of the stool. They were men hired to monitor and assist with bowel movements. All right, I asked you to tell me 3 things Oliver Cromwell banned. What have you all put?
Yeah, dancing, fun on the Sabbath, and Easter.
I mean, 3 points there.
Thank you.
Tremendous. That's very good. Josh, Roisin?
Gluten.
E-scooters.
Very, very dangerous. Very dangerous.
Gluten, e-scooters
And bums as a concept. He didn't know how he was going to do it, a bit like Henry Ford, but he just didn't like the idea of them.
Nil point.
We put heavy petting in swimming pools. And flashing.
Flashing?
Flash. You know when the... a flasher. You know, like a flasher.
Yeah.
You know.
Wah, wah.
You don't see them so much now.
Wah, wah.
You don't see them, but
Do flashers say what?
the good ones do.
I once broke the spirit of a flasher.
You broke the spirit of a flasher.
It's one of my proudest moments.
What happened?
I went to an all-girls school, inner city school, and we used to get the bus to Sobel Sports Centre. We were rowdy, and this flasher jumped out at us at traffic lights. And he thought, he's quids in, loads of 16-year-olds. He's like, wah, wah. And we were just like, shit, dick! Yeah! And then we just watched him sort of have a meltdown. No one was scared, everyone just abused him back.
You shouted, shit, dick.
Shit, dick! And it just made him scurry off, like we broke the spirit of him.
And Roisin, you know what? My dad never got over that. He was a flasher. In fact, when they buried him, it was an open coffin.
Lovely gag. What a lovely gag.
OK, what else do you think he banned?
Taxis.
OK, I can tell you that Oliver Cromwell banned makeup, theatre, entertainment and swearing. He also banned Easter, sports, colourful dresses, bear baiting and anything on the Sabbath, including excessive walking.
It's not a typo, is it, that excessive walking?
I showed you the Royal Marine Commandos engaging in a field exercise in 1964. I asked why they were acting strangely. What do you think, Josh?
Said we thought they were in a food coma. Just massively overdone it at lunch.
Food coma.
You know when you're like, oh,
Actually,
I can't. This is a nightmare now. I've had too much. I didn't realise we were going to be out for the rest of the day. I would have gone
That's
live.
how I feel today.
Oh, did you? Yeah, it's horrible.
Have you ever been stuck in town when you've really needed a nap in between meetings? I actually put a tweet out once saying, do you know a good place for a nap? And I got loads of responses.
It's a very good idea for a business, though, just like a nap shop.
I think you're talking about a hotel.
You could go in a sunbed, but without turning the lights on.
Or you could...
That's a brilliant idea.
I'll have 9 minutes, no heat.
What did you put for this, Harry Fatty?
They was aroused.
They was aroused.
They was aroused
Yeah.
by...
Each other.
Oh, yes.
I've seen this film.
Is this Shaving Ryan's Privates? So, David, you
It was
got...
experimental drug course. They've been on an experimental drug course.
I knew you'd get this because you love drugs, don't you?
And history.
Yeah, drugs and history. And the drugs we suggested they might have been on include LSD, the famous drug, and cider.
LSD and cider, a heady mix.
Cider?
Well, LSD, you get the point because you're absolutely right. Let's have another look at them. Here they are. They dosed them with LSD just to see what
Is
would
it
happen.
LSD?
Yeah.
We were right about LSD. Wish we hadn't put cider now. Seems like we're not sure.
Yeah.
Go on, now let's have another look at them.
50 minutes after taking the drug, radio communication had become difficult, if not impossible, but the men are still capable of sustained physical effort. This man nearly succeeded in felling this tree using only a spade.
I don't know if they do any of that kind of experimenting now, but that's a reason to sign up, isn't it?
You can chop a tree down with a spade, because I did it with that sycamore at Hadrian. Oh!
OK. So at the end of the first round, the scores are... Harry and Fatty have no points.
Surely
They've
not.
yet to get on the board. Joshua Oisin, you've got 1 point. And Sophie and David, you've got 5. Join us after the break or go to bed. But if you do go to bed, be a popper and leave the telly on, as it still counts towards the ratings. Cheers. Welcome back to the Big Fat Quiz of Everything. The next round is all about film and TV. Where would we be without telly? Well, you'd lose thousands of hours of cultural enrichment, and I would be living in a much smaller house. EastEnders gives an accurate depiction of life in London's East End, in much the same way that Downton Abbey accurately reflects life in South Sudan. All right, time for some TV and film questions. First up, take a look at this exciting clip from the American version of The Masked Singer. All I want you to tell me is what screen icon is about to be revealed as the snail.
What? It's nobody.
Who is it?
What's going on?
Who is it?
I'm really confused.
Is there a body inside there? Ah! There's something in there!
Who's in the snail? What screen icon is in the snail?
There's absolutely no way of telling.
Well, they need to be...
Could be... I mean, how...
Well, they need to be small or bendy. Kylie Minogue.
Do you think it's Kylie?
She's small, she's bendy, she's up for anything.
Great.
Next up, it's over to legendary sprinter Linford Christie.
Hi, Jimmy. As a professional sportsman, I have travelled all over the world, but can your teams tell me what TV series got the VIP treatment when a tape of its 1980 season finale was transported from America to Heathrow Airport with its own security guard?
Linford wants to know what series finale tape in the 80s had its own security guard from the US to Heathrow. Next, can you tell me what films these famous rules are from? There's a point for each correct answer, OK? So 3 rules from 3 films. Don't cross the streams. What film is that from?
Ooh.
What rule is this from? No touching of the hair or face.
Sorry, what's the word?
Oh, yeah, I know
And
that one.
finally, don't have sex. OK, answers straight away. You got something?
We got it.
OK. I asked you what screen icon was revealed on The Masked Singer in the US. Who did you think it was?
Beverly Callard.
Who?
Oh, yeah.
Liz McDonald off of Coronation Street.
Liz McDonald, yeah.
In the American version of the... OK, now, what have you written here?
Kylie Minogue or Danny DeVito.
Ooh.
Both very
You were really
small.
solving for size there.
Small, flexible.
Well, small, with small, you're right, and you're kind of close over here.
Basil Brush.
I mean, you're not right, but you're close.
He did burn very briefly and brightly in the States.
Is that true about Basil Brush?
Yeah.
I told my mum that I was going to be on BBC. She went, oh, you and fucking Basil Brush, so what? Yeah.
Well, let's have a look and see. Yeah, it's a frog. It's a frog inside a snail. It's like a French turducken.
I've got a bit of an issue with that.
How so?
Well, because obviously the frog is also a puppet.
Yeah. It's a
That's
puppet inside a puppet.
Exactly. It doesn't make any sense at all.
Who's inside that one?
No, but
Danny DeVito could be, actually.
I don't think that microphone's connected to a...
Yeah, I don't think... and it makes a mockery of the whole thing. Yeah. The singing was probably just looped through the speakers from a completely different place.
Yeah. You just...
From whoever voices Kermit the Frog now that the original person that voiced Kermit the Frog has died.
Mm. Has he died?
Yes!
That's no way to break bad news.
Not really.
OK, next, Olympia Christie asked you what season finale tape had its own security guard from the US in the 80s. What did you put?
Dallas.
Yeah,
Dallas?
Dallas.
Alf/Dallas.
Dallas.
We said Dallas.
Points. Yeah. People were nuts for that. I asked you to tell me what films these famous rules were from, so don't cross the streams.
That was from the Sandra Bullock film, but I can't remember the name.
Do we get a point
It was the
for
one
that?
where she wraps the kid's eyes and says, if you do anything, I will beat the shit out of you.
You think that's from Bird Box?
Yeah, that's it. Bird Box.
Oh, it was Birds. You
Yeah,
said
because
that.
they... Yeah, innit? Because they went in a... They go in a stream.
I don't think that's how you spell Bullock.
What have you got?
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters?
Oh. Yep.
Same here.
Ghostbusters, OK. Point, no point. I asked you no touching of the hair or face.
Pretty Woman. Oh, she says not on the mouth. Oh.
Harry, Fatia, did you get this?
We thought it was the Jimmy Carr story.
Someone is jealous of my luscious locks. Did you get this? No touching the hair or the face?
Human Centipede.
It's just quite intrusive, isn't it, messing with someone's hair?
Yeah, they were strictly...
Do you know what I mean?
What happens in it?
They get stitch me up to someone's arsehole by all means, but just leave, don't...
Yeah.
A bit funny about people touching my hair and face, do you know what I mean?
By all means.
You know,
By all means. Be my guest. OK, so Don't Cross the Streams was Ghostbusters. No touching the hair or face was from Anchorman.
Oh.
OK, last one. Don't have sex.
Cocoon.
You thought it was Cocoon.
Yeah, because they all get quite randy, but they're not allowed because they're in an old people's home. Because then they get into that cocoon, they get dead young and they go a bit... Don't they?
You can have sex in an old people's home. Ask Harry.
They're so grateful.
And you thought it was...
The Lion King.
There's very little fucking in The Lion King.
Well, that's because they tell them not to.
Fatia, Harry, you got this right?
Scream, the film.
You're absolutely right. It was, of course, Scream.
Brav!
Yeah.
Woo!
Now, time for a special treat. It's over to esteemed actor Charles Dance, who is going to recite iconic lines from reality TV shows. All you need to do is tell me what show they came from. There's a point for each correct answer. Here is the first one. Pay close attention.
Tasha, can I speak to you? Yeah, just me and you, if that's all right. Probably over there will be all right. Yeah, cool. So, me and Coco, obviously, you know, we kissed in bed or whatever. I didn't really think there was much more to it. Yeah, basically, she's told the guy that I, like, sucked her tits or whatever. Like, licked her tit or whatever. And before it comes out of anyone else, I wanted to tell you.
Okay, I've got a few.
I'm so sorry. We've given Charles Dance quite a lot of LSD. OK, I'm excited to see what David thinks.
Strictly Come Dancing. I think there's a lot of tit-sucking on that show. I think I've heard.
Yeah.
Josh, Roisin, what have you put?
Supervet.
Well, Supervet's quite a ladies' man. Allegedly, the Britney Spears song Toxic is about the Supervet.
Is that a joke?
No.
I just thought, actually, bad...
David, why aren't you interested in this?
What, in what, sorry?
He doesn't know who Britney Spears is.
Britney Spears' song Toxic
Yes.
is about the Supervet.
Who the fuck is the
No, it
Supervet?
His full name is Noel Fitzpatrick, and he went out with...
He went out with Kathy Dennis, who wrote the song, and it's allegedly about the end of their
Now,
relationship.
this is good quiz shit.
What?
Well, we should have asked that question, but we fucking didn't. Harry, I see it, you're our only hope.
This is right. I know it's right. And it's Love Island. It's Tasha and Andrew.
That's the right answer. That is exactly the right answer.
She's got a moment.
OK, Charles Dance again.
That outfit off the rack was a huge disappointment to me. Guess what everyday people do? And you should know that because you're a star. And this goes to all of you up there. If it is from H&M, then you better glitter the fuck out of it and make it something special. We're looking for Great Britain's next superstar. Don't waste my time. I don't want to see any fucking H&M.
Got an answer here. And it's a programme I've heard of.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is it a programme you would appear on?
I haven't seen it, so I don't know if there's a role for me.
OK, well, let's have a look. Let's see what you put.
RuPaul's Drag Race.
I'm sorry, David, you're saying you haven't seen the show, but you wonder, is there a role for you there?
Well, as I say, no, I'm just simply saying I don't know if there's a role for me. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe
I think
there's
there
a sort of...
definitely is.
There might be like a fact corner or something, you know.
Josh, Roisin, what have you got?
Celebrity catchphrase, Stephen Mulhern. Flipped. He's flipped.
No. Harry, Katia?
We are saying say yes to the dress.
Ah, you wasted your time there. RuPaul's Drag Race.
Oh.
OK, it's time now for a bonus round. Please welcome my special guests, Sammy, Freddie and Izzy. Come on, kids. Sit.
Good.
Yeah,
boy.
that's an exciting area, but sit. Each dog is modelling a famous outfit from an iconic TV show or film. You need to name the 3 shows.
OK.
Well, you're not helping because you're facing the wrong way. Hang on. Come here.
Can they only answer yes or no, or can we ask...
Yes, you can only ask yes or no questions.
Hello, baby boy.
Can I give you... Can I...
Dress. It's a green dress.
No, the thing is, though... I'll get him back. Hang on. You're a very good boy.
Yes,
You're a good boy. Those others are dicks. I've never been... Well, we briefly had 3 dogs.
Where's the Supervet when you need him?
OK. Have you all written something down?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so what have you got? Sophie, David?
Green, Princess Fiona Shrek. Yellow, Anorak. Harriet the Spy. Blue, Austin Powers.
OK, 1 out of 3 you've got right.
Oh.
Josh?
Green is Riverdance.
Green is Riverdance.
They're in a Riverdance
The
dress.
film or TV show? OK.
Yeah. Yellow
Kill Bill.
and blue... Josh just kept saying the word admiral to me. It looks like it's an admiral, and then we went with Downton Abbey.
Nil point.
Well, that's just a flawed way of doing business.
OK. And then what have you gone for over here?
We've got Austin Powers.
Correct.
We've got Ali G.
Which one, though? You just say...
Yeah, you could have thought a different one's Austin Powers from the one we thought was
All right,
Austin Powers.
OK. All right. Brian, Austin Powers.
Brian, oh, that's lovely.
Margaret, Ali G. And Linford, Fiona. Fiona from Shrek.
Well, I can reveal that...
Can we see the reveal with the dogs in place, please?
Yes, we can. Shouldn't be a problem at all. Let's bring those back in. If anything, this has gone more smoothly than I imagined.
The,
OK, just wait, stay,
Princess Fiona
stay,
Wigg is-
stay. So, Sammy was from Hocus Pocus.
well done,
And he's off.
Sammy.
Austin Powers and Breaking Bad.
Careful of the step.
I've never seen it before.
Yeah, it's brilliant. All right, I'm going to look and see what that's done to the scores. I can do, Josh and Moshi, you've got 3 points. Just ahead, Harry and Fatia with 4. In the lead, Sophie and David with 9. Join us after the break for more. Are we calling this fun? Sure, let's go with that. More of this fun. See you in 5. Welcome back to the Big Fat Quiz of everything. Proof, if proof were needed, that you don't have to be clever to be on the telly. Our next round is all about music. There are so many different genres of music. Thrash metal, happy hardcore, acid jazz, and the good ones.
You say
Queen.
those 3 lines.
What, sorry?
You say those genres.
Me saying happy hardcore has made you laugh.
All 3 of those sounded like you were someone who was trying to make friends at a festival. You were telling them what you're into.
If I wear casual clothes, I do look like an undercover cop at Glastonbury. Boy bands exploded in popularity in the early 90s. I would have liked to have been in a boy band, but I never got invited to one of those Diddy parties.
Do you know what? Your eyes, yeah, don't look in the same direction, and I really... No, but I find that really attractive. Dude.
Josh?
Hey,
Wow. What do you mean my eyes don't look in the same direction? What are you talking about?
Like, you're
Who are you
like...
talking to?
OK, time for some more questions. First up, it's over to Selling Sunset's Chelsea Lascani.
Hi, Jimmy. My colleagues and I on Selling Sunset are independent women selling houses and making our own money. But can your teams tell me 3 things Destiny's Child sung about buying themselves without depending on a man in their hit song, Independent Woman Part 1?
OK, so Chelsea wants to know 3 things Destiny's Child sang about buying for themselves as independent women.
I need to stand up.
Do you want to be an independent woman?
It's like, because you get into it, don't you? It's like the house I'm living. Yeah, right.
Drop that.
If I'm...
Well, you know, it's like... They get very excited about one thing they've bought, but I can't fucking remember.
This next one, I think, will get David Mitchell dancing.
All right.
OK, take a look at this unbelievable...
fucking surprised.
Can I just say that I think you dancing would look like an old man trying to move a fridge.
Yeah.
I would really like to see if that's the case.
Take a look at this unbelievable clip of Boyzone's first ever TV appearance on The Late Late Show in Ireland.
That's what was going on in those dogs' heads when they were on.
I don't think he needed those braces either, because we had a belt on as well.
I want you to tell me what Hollywood actor auditioned to be in Boyzone but missed out.
I know
Hollywood
this.
actor?
I know this.
Oh, it must be. I think I know it as well. It's he must be Irish, right? Richard Harris.
George Michael's Freedom 90 has an iconic music video. Can you name 3 supermodels that featured in it?
Isn't there Freedom 90 a rail card?
David, 3 supermodels from the 90s. Just think of some women that you boned before you got married. It's them.
I don't think people associate the word bone with me. I think even the people willing to entertain the notion that I've ever had sexual intercourse wouldn't think of it as boning. And I think that's in a good and a bad way, you know?
Next question's all about musical theatre. Underneath your desk are some costumes from famous stage musicals. All I want you to do is put on the costume and tell me the name of the musical. 6 points on offer. You've all got...
I always look fit as a witch, don't I? I look better as a witch than as a person.
You look fantastic in that.
Oh, that's... You look like a kid. You look so young.
Harry, I'm not sure if that's OK next to Fatia.
I feel like I'm looking in a mirror.
Bye!
He looks like a...
Jimmy, are we just guessing our own musical?
No, you've got to write down 6.
Oh, all of that, for
There's
fuck's
6.
sake, there's no space.
If you've just tuned in, we've given everyone LSD. OK, I'm ready. You ready for answers? I've got answers. OK. We wanted to know 3 things Destiny's Child sing about buying themselves. What did you put?
House, clothes, car.
They're all correct. Josh, Roisin, what have you
The
got?
shoes I'm wearing,
I bought them.
the car I'm driving,
I bought them.
the spuds I'm peeling. I bought them.
The spuds is not in there.
Well, it should be, because someone has to buy them.
Still got to
She's
do your
right,
big
of course.
shop, even though
You've
you've...
got to do your big shopping.
Sure, buying all these luxury items, but you've got to run a household.
Harry, Fatia, what have you got?
I feel like the largest living land mollusk.
So he wrote this. He wrote automobiles, set of Allen keys and a patio.
OK, the shoes on my feet. The clothes I'm wearing. The rock I'm rocking. The watch I'm wearing. The house I live in. The car I'm driving. I asked you what Hollywood actor auditioned for Boyzone but didn't make the cut. Who got this?
I got it.
Did everyone get this?
Yeah,
Harry?
we did.
Harry,
Everyone.
Fatia?
Yeah, go on.
Colin, we said Colin O'Farrell.
Sophie, David, what did you put?
Colin Farrell.
The answer was, of course, Colin Farrell. All right, I asked you to name 3 supermodels in George Michael's Freedom 90 music video. What did you put? David Mitchell, very interested in your scribble.
We put the name of 3 models down.
OK, who did you
Quite
get?
well-known models. Naomi Campbell, of whom you will have heard. Cindy Crawford, again, a model. And the model, Kate Moss.
I think Kate Moss is wrong. She's too small.
OK, but maybe Kate Moss is too small, but the others are just the right size.
OK, you got 2 out of 3 there. Roisin?
We got Naomi Campbell, Kate Moss, Mark Wahlberg.
OK, you got one out
You
of...
sure Mark Wahlberg wasn't in it?
No. OK.
What's her name? Helen Christiansen. I can't say the name.
That was good, it was good.
Helena Christiansen, Naomi Campbell and Linda Evangelista.
Who was the first one? I think you just made up someone.
No, Helena Christiansen or whatever the fuck her
Why are
name
you
is.
stumbling over the word Christian? I've got a lot of work to do.
OK, so you could have had Linda Evangelista,
That's what I
Cindy
said.
Crawford, Tatiana Petitz, Chrissy Turlington and Naomi Campbell. All right, I wanted you to name the 6 stage musicals that you're beautifully dressed as. Did you get everything? OK, so Harry is from...
Sister Act.
Or The Sound of Music. Could be either. Could be either. Let's face it, it could be either.
Yeah.
The words I'm looking to hear are could be either.
Could be either.
Thank you.
Could be either.
We put both.
Yeah.
Harry is from both. He's running between the 2. OK, Fatia is...
Tracy Turnblack from Hairspray. She's a hair hopper.
That is the correct answer.
Yeah.
We got that as well. We got Hairspray.
Hairspray, OK. Josh is...
We got 2 things for him.
Go on.
So Harry said Waiting for Godot.
The musical. Waiting for Godot, the musical. I don't think I've seen it. It sounds great.
I'm going to start work on it as soon as I get
And then I thought Clockwork Orange.
Which was a musical. You two did the music, but not a famous one. Anyone get what Josh is?
Chicago.
Well, I guess
Correct
it's-
answer. Correct answer. Roxy from Chicago. Of course. Roisin, which?
Wicked.
Yeah, we got that too.
Yeah, we got that.
Wicked.
OK, Sophie, who are you?
Well, we think probably Les Mis.
It was, of course, Les Mis. Yeah. And everyone got David is The Phantom of the Opera. OK, now time for a special bonus round, and this is going to be distressing for all concerned. I'm going to show you 3 iconic music videos that have all been subtly improved. All you need to do is tell me the name of the original artist and the song. I believe you are going to find this troubling. Here's the first one.
This is why computers were a bad idea.
OK, so I need the artist and the song.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. OK, next one.
Why was that more disturbing than the other one?
Oh, we haven't got to Disturbing yet.
But I tell you what, Jimmy, and I've not said it to you before, I do think you should go ginger.
You think I should go ginger?
I think you should. I definitely think, and Nat's just proven it to me.
Yeah.
There I am.
I'm scared of the next one.
I mean, you should be. Take a look.
There's a new day on the other side. But I've got hope in my soul. I'll keep walking, baby. Keep on walking, baby.
Thank you. Thank you. OK, so did you all get the first one?
Yeah.
What do you all put?
We said Material Girl by Madonna/Jimmy Carr.
Let's have a look. So...
Oh, yeah.
I think I look better.
Yeah. You see the eye thing, man? It's proper getting me, I swear down.
Oh, well, OK, all right. So the next one, do you all get the next one?
We put Feeder, didn't we?
Yeah.
Don't know why we put Feeder, but I'm going to guess that Feeder is a band.
Yeah.
This guy's good. Josh, Roisin, what did you put?
No one knows. Queen of the Stone Age.
Oh, well done.
That's the right answer. Did you get this, Fadia Harry?
He said this. I ain't got nothing to do with this. He said it's Keen, somewhere only we go.
No, it was No One Knows by
You
Queens of the
could
Stone Age.
adapt
Take a
that.
look. There you go. There's me. There's him. All right, and the last one, do you all get this?
Oh, yeah, it's an easy one. Lulu, take that, light my fire.
Let's
Light
have a
my
look.
fire, light my fire.
That's me. That's Gary. Oh, the only difference between me and Gary Barlow is bad news. Look, go back to me. There's me. I think Robbie's left the band. Oh. That's the only difference. All right. Let's see what that's done to the scores. So Harry and Fatia have 14 points. Josh and Roisin have 15 points in the lead. Sophie and David with 23 points. Join us after the break when Taylor Swift will be performing live somewhere in America, whilst we're all stuck here doing this. Welcome back to the Big Fat Quiz of Everything. The next round is all about people, although I'm guessing we mean famous people and not your mum's friend, Pat. David Attenborough is one of the country's most beloved broadcasters. Of course, David Attenborough is a stage name. He was actually born Boaty McBoatface. Oprah Winfrey is a TV host, entrepreneur, philanthropist and billionaire. If you don't know her, she's sort of like an American Colleen Nolan. OK, time for some more questions. Take a look at these 4 pictures. A Brazilian visual artist named Diao uses AI to create portraits of historical figures and what they'd look like today. So who are these 4 historical figures? Point for each correct answer. So it's AI versions of historical characters as they would look if they were alive today.
OK, there we go. All right.
Oh, yeah, well done.
OK. For our next question, it's over to David Tennant.
Hello, Jimmy. I'm very much looking forward to hosting the BAFTA Film Awards again later this year. But did you know that fellow David and BAFTA winner himself, David Bowie, wasn't just passionate about music and film? Oh, no. At the age of 17, he founded the Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to what?
So David wants to know what society David Bowie founded at the age of 17 to help. Let's see David Bowie talking about it.
I think we're all fairly tolerant, but for the last 2 years we've had comments like darling and can I carry a handbag thrown at us. I think it's just had to stop now.
Oh.
OK. So it was the Society of the Prevention of Cruelty to what?
I'll let you do this, actually. I think it's better if you're in charge.
OK, so next question. Salvador Dali was one of the greatest artists of the 20th century, but can you tell me what famous confectionery logo he designed?
Oh, I know this.
Well, write it down, then.
But I know it, but I can't find it.
Jimmy, do you want to go on a date? We could go to the mosque. I could redeem you.
Yeah, oh, no, definitely, yeah. A date to the mosque. No problem at all. I'll be fine. Next up, I want to know what do Cilla Black, Pete Tong and Nelson Mandela have in common? And that's Cilla Black, that's Pete Tong, that's Nelson Mandela. All right, you ready for answers? I showed you pictures of 4 historical figures and what they would look like if they were alive today. And what have you got?
Basically, we thought the first and the third one were both Henry VIII at different periods.
One is after the hair transplant, presumably.
Because he was hot when he was young.
Yeah, and then it wasn't when he was old. So
Yeah.
old Henry VIII is the first one. The second one is a bit of a guess. Catherine of Aragon.
She does look a bit arrogant.
The third one, young Henry VIII. William Shakespeare, we thought the fourth one was.
All right, so what did you go for?
We've got Henry VIII, Mona Lisa.
Oh,
yeah.
Bet it's that.
The Scottish man, Mr. Burns.
Sorry, what's that?
They have, like, the Burns night and all that up there for him.
The Burns night,
He
OK,
just looks
so you've just
Scottish
got...
and angry.
You've just gone the ginger, OK.
No. And the last one, David Mitchell.
I'm pretty sure that is.
It's the eyes. It's just the eyes.
Yeah.
That is what David Mitchell would look like were he alive today. Harry, Fatty, what have you got for these 4?
I think we misunderstood them. We thought it was Alex Brooker on steroids.
Alex Brooker on steroids is the correct answer for the first one, yeah.
Number 2, we thought is Greta Thunberg.
There's definitely something of the Greta's about her.
Yeah. When's she going to get a job? Of course not, I didn't mean that. Peter Crouch.
Peter Crouch, having been left out in the sun for a bit, yeah. And...
We've got David Mitchell as Shakespeare.
So what did you think the question was?
We thought it was, who do they look like?
Here's a better question. Who do these people look like? I can tell you the answer was Henry VIII, Mona Lisa, Vincent van Gogh, and William Shakespeare. Pretty good. Pretty good. Next, we wanted to know what organisation David Bowie founded when he was 17. What did you think?
We put blokes with long hair.
The Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to...
Blokes with long hair.
OK. What did you put, Josh?
Men who carry tote bags in public.
Sophie, David?
Men with long hair.
Yeah. Well, let's have a look.
But does this surprise you?
that you get this kind of comment? Because after all, you haven't got really rather long hair, haven't you?
We have, yes. Yeah, it's not too bad, really. No, I like it, and I think we all like long hair. And we don't see why other people should persecute us because of this.
Wow.
Yeah. It was the Society of the Prevention of Cruelty to Long-Haired Men. Points, no points. OK, I asked you what famous confectionery logo Salvador Dali designed. What did you think?
Hershey's.
We thought we'd guessed Hershey's because we thought it was something American.
American because Salvador Dali, of course.
No.
Well, no, he got into American art, didn't he? A bit later on. He got quite into American art.
So we quite thought through our guess.
Yeah.
OK.
We thought Pringles because of the moustache that Pringles got.
Yeah. It's a very, very...
Isn't
I mean,
it?
the logic is better than the answer.
But are Pringles confectionery? I thought confectionery is sweets and chocolates.
No.
It's things that will ruin your dinner if you have it before.
I don't think that's the definition. Otherwise, if it's things that could ruin your dinner, it could be trauma.
Yeah.
If the confectionery's good enough, you can eat through any trauma.
My mum actually used to, she used to say to me, never accept sweets from strangers, and I assumed that savoury items were OK. And I found myself French kissing a lorry driver for a packet of Frazzles. So I do know about this.
If anyone's playing Big Fat Quiz of Everything Bingo, who had French-kissing lorry driver for a packet of Frazzles?
And that lorry driver is now my wife. Yeah, it was a woman. So take your sexist stereotype.
OK, so, did you get this? What did you think?
We got it right. Bertie Bassett.
No. OK, I can tell you it was Chupa Chup.
Oh,
yeah.
That Chupa Chup logo is by Salvador Dali. OK, I asked you, what does Cilla Black, Pete Tong and Nelson Mandela have in common?
They all went deaf in one ear.
I'm deaf in one ear.
Are you?
I went deaf during lockdown.
What happened?
Just went deaf.
Gosh.
Yeah.
You need to go doctors, man.
I went doctors. I didn't just wait. I went, fuck it. I got it looked at.
What did they say?
You're deaf in one ear.
Cilla Black, Pete Tong, Nelson Mandela. Oisin, Josh?
All Geminite.
Harry? Fatia?
We've all got short hair.
I can tell you they're all Cockney rhyming slang.
Oh, yeah.
Cilla Black means back, Pete Tong means it's all gone wrong, Nelson Mandela means Stella, and if you're interested, Harry Hill is Cockney rhyming slang for the birth control pill. Don't worry, sling it at me, I'm on the Harry Hill. OK, this is the part of the show where I introduce some mystery guests. All you need to do is figure out who they are and why they are renowned. You can only ask them yes or no questions. Please welcome our mystery guests. All right, remember, you can only ask yes or no questions.
Is the thing you've done together?
No.
So you don't know each other?
No.
Are you proud of what you've done?
Yeah.
Sorry, Josh is not your angry dad. Are you proud of what you've done? You pair?
Have you both done the same thing,
Yes.
but separately?
Yeah.
Do you think it's big and clever?
That's a very good question.
Is it something to do with food?
Not for you.
It's pig, innit?
Is
It's
it
got
to do with pigs?
Yeah.
Hey! So you work on the land. It's something to do with the land.
No.
No.
Do you work for Instagram for, like, a pig account? Like a pet pig? Because that's massive at the minute.
No.
Did you go swimming with one?
No.
Were you the first people to make micro pigs?
No.
I think that was two other pigs. I like the way Sophie is swiveling in a chair so she can ask a question as she swivels.
Well, all right, but I wasn't touched. I was just very confused. But are you... I mean, are you... What's... Are you... I think... Why is it... Yeah.
What the who, the how, the when, the what?
Yeah.
Do you work with pigs?
Pigs is a massive clue. Pigs couldn't be a bigger clue.
Is it a fictional pig?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
Have you got it?
I've got it,
He
yeah,
spat all over the computer, so he's definitely got it.
He's got it. OK, all write something down.
Sorry
Just
about
guess. OK.
Right.
I mean... All right, let's see what they've all put. I'm so sorry if any of this is insulting to you.
It's okay.
OK, so, Josh, Roisin,
We've got it.
what have you got,
We're
Roisin?
at the brainstorming pigs at the moment phase.
OK.
I think we've
What
got
have you written?
Peppa Pig, Percy Pig, Miss Piggy,
Pygmalion.
Pygmalion.
OK, and you've gone for David, Sophie?
They both played Peppa Pig.
And you've gone for
Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig voices.
Peppa, and you are...
I'm Lily Snowden-Fine. I'm Cecily Bloom, and we both played Peppa Pig.
Peppa Pig, everyone. Peppa.
Well done.
And when was this?
When I was 5, so 22 years ago.
Wow.
OK. And
Yeah.
you sound Canadian now.
I am Canadian, yeah.
OK, and what do you do now?
Now I'm a painter, artist, yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
Daddy Pig must be so proud. And what about you? When was this?
Yeah, it was when I was 6, so about 19 years ago now. And I went to medical school and I'm a doctor, so quite different.
Ooh.
Can you,
It's
the
been a long
doctor,
time.
please, can you sort these fuckers out? They've gone mad. Please, they need some drugs.
I am actually a police officer in Peppa Pig, so fuck you.
Actually, you probably recognise the police officer. Do you not?
Police officer Panda may have come in after your time.
Yeah.
Let's have a look at
It's
police
been a
officer Panda.
while.
Here he is. He's incredible.
This is the police station. Here are Police Officer Squirrel and Police Officer Panda. They are doing important police work.
Very good donuts, these.
Yes, donuts really are the best.
The police like donuts.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
That is how the police say hello.
You've got extraordinary range, David.
Thank you.
It does seem weird in a cartoon full of pigs that the police officer they cast a panda.
Well, actually, I don't know how
there.
much Peppa Pig you've seen, but it's not just pigs.
Can you get him to do a bit?
Can you still do the voice?
We give you a snort.
And
Go on,
got-
what's... Oh, yeah, just a snort will do. OK, let's have a look and see what that's done to the scores. OK, so Harry and Fatia have 17. Josh and Roisin have 18. In the lead, Sophie and David with 27. We need to take a break now. It's not you, it's me. See you in 5 for the makeup sex. Welcome back to the Big Fat Quiz of Everything. The next round is all about geography. I like geography. You know where you are with geography. This round will put us on the map, because with geography, you're going places. Egyptians constructed the pyramids at Giza so the pharaohs could transition into gods. They also constructed a pyramid on the Las Vegas Strip, where the pharaohs could play the slots, and another pyramid at Glastonbury, where the pharaohs could watch Coldplay. But what's the point of a pyramid? Well, it's the bit right at the top. Right, time for some geography questions. Here we go. First up, it's over to your friend and mine, Hugh Bonneville.
Hello, Jimmy. I'm in the new film Paddington in Peru, which sees Paddington make the long journey to South America to see his beloved Aunt Lucy. But can your teams tell me what journey a Paddington bear made in 1990 before any members of the British public?
So is that a shameless plug?
For what, sorry? For Paddington in Peru?
For Paddington in Peru.
No, he was mentioning that. He's just been conversational.
Oh, I see, right.
When's that out?
Well, it's out now. You can see it's in all good cinemas.
Oh, thank you.
OK, so the question is, Paddington Bear made a journey in 1990 before anyone else got to. What was that journey?
Are you eating?
Yeah, I'm having a donut.
That's the policeman Panda from earlier.
It's like a live version. It's wonderful. Let me watch it.
OK. It was highly erotic. OK. In 2009, following complaints from locals, the Swiss banned German hikers in the Alps from doing what?
The Swiss band, what?
Germans. So the Swiss, in 2009...
Oh, they banned them. I thought you said it was a band.
The Swiss banned German hikers in the Alps from doing what?
German Hikers, a good band, actually.
Of course, it wouldn't be a big fat quiz if we didn't have an appearance from the children of Mitchellbrook Primary School performing one of their unconventional school plays. Please, have a look.
We like holidays and cheese. We want blue passport and Fendi banana. Stop fighting. You can all have a waltz. Let's leave. It will be better. Let's take back control. Nanny says out, out, out. I want to stay too. Do you? One, 2, 3, 48. 1, 2, 3, 52. You win! Yay! Oh, no. I'm off. You can put it out. Let's get it done. Yay!
Right.
Really lovely.
OK, that was, of course, Brexit.
It's lovely to see them act out the thing that's ruined their futures.
After Brexit, they released a commemorative coin. There's a giant version of it under your desks. I want you to fill in the blanks. So it's blank, blank and blank with all nations.
What are we going to put on this then?
What happened with Brexit, then?
What happened with Brexit?
No,
Sorry,
I mean,
what?
I
What
know
now?
what
What?
happened with Brexit. I'm just trying to work out all the bad stuff again.
Have you taped the news and you're catching up? Question 4, very easy. Can you tell me which real-life Disney character is buried at St George's Church in Gravesend, Kent?
Sorry.
You've got to write down your
What
answers.
happened?
I know this one.
I think...
Someone made a sort of very physical noise.
Sensual.
Did someone do a
we,
shit?
Do you know what? They've given me sugar, bruv. I've lost
Yeah.
my mind. I don't even know where I am.
I'm getting cheeselets. Is that the church? Is that the church?
That is the church, yeah. Well, we wouldn't just show you another picture of a church.
It's not a very busy graveyard, is it? They must have a really good local GP.
Ah, it's not a busy graveyard. It's such a wonderful observation. What else we got? Oh, no, that's it. We're on to answers. I can't believe our luck. OK, here we go. Hugh Bonneville, if you remember that, all those years ago.
Oh, he's got a new film coming out, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
Why is he on I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here?
Or maybe that's just his conservatory.
Yeah. I think he looks like he's in the Ivy, but the one in Salford. You know what I mean?
I don't want to be a dick about this, but remember that quiz?
I will say, Jimmy,
Yeah.
I don't want to criticise the format anymore because I feel I'm not supportive enough. But it's very difficult for us to gauge how much bullshit you need.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's like, yeah, for fuck's sake, keep going, we've got hours to fill. And then suddenly it's all quiz, quiz, quiz. And it would be nice if there was some sort of light that came on and that meant talk crap. And then it changed and it meant answer questions sensibly.
Yeah, mixed messages.
Can you hear this upstairs? He's not fucking wrong.
Has anyone thought about buzzers, maybe?
Yeah. OK, Paddington Bear made a journey in 1990. Yeah. All I want to know is what did he get to do before anyone else? What do you think? Josh?
It was a journey of self-discovery.
An inner journey. You have to do an inner journey before you make the outer journey.
And what better place to do that than on the Channel Tunnel?
There you go.
That is the right answer. What did you get, Harry? Fatia?
We haven't written it down in the way that we meant it. It's something to do, we think it's something to do with the Queen holding hands with Paddington.
Oh, yeah. You know when she died and then...
Dead Queen held hands. And you think that happened in 1990? Yes, Paddington Bear was the first thing passed through the Channel Tunnel.
Yeah?
So the British builders brought Paddington Bear and the French gave them a bottle of champagne, so I guess we won. I asked you what the Swiss banned German hikers from doing in the Alps. What did you all think?
Were they selling multi-pack cans of pop separately?
Oh, yeah. That's a no-no, isn't it?
Cannot do that.
Disgraceful
Cannot do that.
behaviour.
Happens a lot in Wigan, though.
It wasn't that. I mean, that would be awful if that happened. Sophie, David.
We put
Yodeling.
Oh.
It's good, but it's not right. And
Jimmy?
you said what, Harry?
Invading Poland.
In fairness, that we should all be watching out for that. OK, they banned nude hiking after a trend of German hikers advertising the activity as a special experience in nature, free and healthy. Let's take a look at a German hiker explaining what they're up to in this very tasteful clip.
Swiss TV managed to interview a now clothed hiker caught by police the day before while out on a naked jaunt.
I was sweating a lot and didn't want to get my trousers wet, so I took them off. Once I caught a bad cold after my trousers got sweaty.
You didn't have to take your pants off too, did you?
When it's hot, I often go commando.
It's not commando if you've got your cock and balls out and no trousers on. Commando is no pants, but trousers on.
What do you mean?
No.
Have you seen the commandos in the field with nothing on the bottom half?
I thought Commando was nude.
No, Commando's no
I've been
pants.
shouting that out as well.
Can you show me what you wrote on the commemorative coins? OK, so you've got... you've written... David, talk me through it.
I've written barriers to trade and acrimony with all nations.
Quite on the nose. OK, what have you gone for?
Queues, duty-free cigs, and needless visa admin.
OK, and you've gone for, Harry? Fatty, we're going to dock your pay if you hide behind the coin any longer.
She's put...
I was going to reveal myself after he read it.
OK.
I'm about to dock my pay. I'll burn this place to the ground. Are you mad? I'd fucking take a camera home. You lost your mind.
Take a camera.
Are you mad? Jimmy, Fatty, best wife, and Caroline, first wife. With all nations.
That is not what it says on the commemorative coin for Brexit. I'm not conversing in marrying you, Fatty, for the last time.
I don't think you have a choice now. We've had hours of you telling me that you love me and shit.
We all saw it.
Yeah.
We all saw it.
You love bombing, Jimmy, is what you're doing.
You love bombing, and now you're trying to get out of it.
It's embarrassing.
Fucking gaslighter. There's going to be a Netflix documentary about you.
Yeah, but in it, I get murdered by you.
So that's it. Do you like it? Take it home and give it to her.
Am I in Baby Reindeer?
Take it home and give it to her.
Give it to her. Tell her it's a warning.
OK, so the correct answer is peace, prosperity and friendship with all nations.
Oh, yeah. Very close.
Oh, yeah. And those coins now, if you bought one at the time, do you know what they're worth?
What?
50p.
But obviously that's a lot less than 50p was worth then, because our economy and currency has collapsed.
I asked you which real-life Disney character is buried at St George's Church in Gravesend, Kent. What did you put?
What do you mean, real-life Disney character? What's that?
I mean, someone in a Disney film that is a real-life character.
We're right. We got it.
Yeah, like, for example,
They were
you
real.
could have picked Prince John, played by Peter Ustinov in the Robin Hood, because he really existed, even if Robin Hood probably didn't.
You ever been on the Peter Ustinov ride at Disneyland? It's really scary.
OK, so who did you think?
Pocahontas. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Pocahontas is buried there.
Okay.
Good. There we go. So at the end of that round, the scores are... Oh, OK, I can tell you that Harry and Fatty are in last place. That seems about right, with 18. Josh and Roisin have got 20. Sophie and David have got 29. Time for a break now, so why not get up off the couch and go to the toilet? Ideally, in that order. See you in a bit. Welcome back to the Big Fat Quiz of Everything. This show is a bit like school. There's questions on geography, questions about history, and a good chance someone is going to get fingered under the desk.
Jesus.
David's got cramp.
I've got slight cramp.
From fingering?
No, that wasn't...
From fingering? That's not what causes cramp.
Well, it can
When
do
you
if you do
finger all that, I'll tell you, I get terrible cramp. Why don't you try stop being fingered?
No, I need a bit of...
No, I thought maybe in your hand.
Yeah, where is it?
Oh, what, my hand
thought your
cramp
hand had
from
seized up.
fingering? It's in my
Where
leg.
is it? Shall I get...
Leg cramp.
It's all right, don't worry.
Ow.
All right, okay,
No, it's
sorry.
fine. That's
Are you
very
all
good
right?
of you.
Thank
but
you.
no, I just need to stretch it out.
You have to stretch it
There we
really
go.
aggressively.
Yeah, I'm doing that. So carry on.
I'm so sorry. Our next round is all about science and technology. Isaac Newton was a hugely influential scientist. Newton developed 3 laws of motion. 1, all objects travel in a straight line. 2, force is equal to the change in momentum. And 3, it ain't the size of the boat, it's the motion of the ocean. OK, ready for some more questions?
Yes.
All right. Take a look at this clip from Tomorrow's World in 1970. The show created this robot to do something very specific for Christmas. What was it? I can tell you, you won't see until the reveal, but I can tell you that that robot is actually much shitter than it looks. So it's a very specific Christmas task.
How's it got to that point? Has it just got off a bus, or is it...
You kind of think if you were designing a robot, you'd make its eyesight good enough not to need glasses.
OK, take a look at this picture of American photographer Chuck O'Rear with his iconic photo titled Bliss. Can you tell me why it's famous?
Why has he got that ping-pong ball gun?
I'll wager that isn't a ping-pong ball gun. It's a small vortex that he's captured the moon in. Next, it's over to I'm a Celebrity and TikTok star GK Barry.
Hi, Jimmy. As a content creator, I'm always trying out the latest innovations in tech. In 2007, Yahoo used a new eco-friendly solution for ground maintenance at their Californian headquarters. Can your teams tell me what it was?
Who is that?
GK Barry, she's on...
Didn't she write Peter Pan?
GK Barry wants to know what solution Yahoo found to deal with the ground maintenance of their headquarters. Eco-friendly. It's very eco-friendly.
OK, so it's something to get rid of sprinklers instead because they're not good for the ground.
Oh, piss!
Piss.
Ground
Yeah.
I reckon loads of people who work in that building are Googling every day secretly.
OK, you saw a clip from Tomorrow's World. I asked you what the robot was created for. What did you have? Very specific Christmas task.
Christmas wank.
What, sorry?
A Christmas wank. They put the... Look, it's got the heart, it's got the mouth, and it's got the hands.
Yeah, they are.
Look how long those hands are. Look what it's about to do.
Harry, Fatty, what have you got?
Carols.
Carols, OK. Yeah. And you've gone for, Sophie, David?
Carol singing.
Carol's singing.
Well, let's take a look. Yes. And remember, I did warn you, it's fucking terrifying.
Christmas, Christmas, toys and noise, that's Christmas. Tiny hymns and happy hymns, seraphims and cherubims, friends, that's Christmas.
Fantastic. Sing some more.
I'll take care of that, thank you. All you need to make a bit of money at this game is a computer, a voice synthesizer, a radio-controlled robot, like Fred here, and you're in business.
The second that camera went off, he was getting wanked off by that robot.
Yeah, and he's
Not a doubt in my mind.
Why did the other guy go, sing some more, gave him money, sing some more, and then slams the door?
Why are you giving an inanimate object money? Are you actually mad? Innit?
Yeah.
I get paid for this show. OK, I showed you a picture of American photographer Chuck O'Rear with his photo titled Bliss. Why is it so famous? Harry, Fatia, what did you put?
I thought maybe he was a Cliff Richard lookalike.
Sophie, David?
We fucked it.
We fucked it.
And that's why the photo's famous, because you both fucked it.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've put that it was used in the Teletubbies but we no longer think that's the answer.
Ah, OK. What do you think, Josh? Roisin?
Well, we've put that he's nicked it.
I can tell you it was the default wallpaper used by Microsoft. I'm guessing that's the camera he used. He looks absolutely thrilled with it, doesn't he?
Yeah. Do you get a point for having it
For thinking it-
afterwards?
Yeah.
Let me just... No. No, you definitely don't. OK. GK Barry wanted to know what eco-friendly solution to ground maintenance Yahoo adopted in 2007. What did you all put? Sophie, David?
We put staff piss used to water lawns.
So close.
Well, we had that as well, and then we heard them think of it. So then we said romance the land.
Oh. Sensually.
Yeah.
Right.
So we thought like piss, but we thought actually no, maybe they've just gone out and sort of planted some things, maybe like, you know, rubbed up against it, sort of played some music to it, sort of just really let the land. You know, like they say, if you speak to water, you can change the shape of the water.
If you fuck AstroTurf, it will have some benefits as well.
Some benefits.
Yeah.
Harry, Fatia, what have you got?
I thought, well, originally I thought this photograph was one of those ones you have to point at the traffic lights and prove you're not a robot. And it turns out I'm not. Well, you put this, didn't you?
Yeah.
Because you live in a flat.
Yeah, I don't live in a house. I live in a flat. And I think they put nets on the window to stop people from jumping out.
Well, I can tell you, the correct answer is they rented goats to mow the lawn.
Romancing the land. Romancing.
As it's otherwise known, romancing the land.
Thank you.
The photograph you showed us was of the front of the building, which was mainly tarmac, and now you produce this film. This film's come from nowhere.
All that needed was a little bit of watering. Whereas this, I didn't realise they had a fucking paddock.
OK, here's a bonus round.
Yep.
Have a look at these pictures. All I need you to do is tell me what science and tech breakthroughs they're spelling out. Just say what you see. OK, here we go. Here's the first one. You've just got to say what you see. This is...
Fucking hell.
OK, got it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
We've got it, Jimmy. We've got it. We've got it.
Harry, Fatia, have you got this?
Does it look like we got it, bruv?
What have you got so far?
We've got Pluto demoted to monthly instalments net.
Josh, Roisin?
Pluto demoted to smallest planet.
Little planet.
Sophie, David, have you got this?
Yes.
We've said dwarf, but we wanted to win.
It's Pluto demoted to dwarf plan net. OK. Oh, points, no points. OK, next one, take a look.
What's that? Bite.
That's a euro. Bite.
That's a euro. Here's that coin.
Don't have a fucking clue.
Satisfying when you get it, or massively annoying if you don't.
We got it!
Well done.
Sorry. I just wanted your attention because you've been ignoring me.
I was playing hard to get.
It's working, honey.
Thank you. Josh, did you get this?
Biting quid, clean Mac lady 10 times, dear.
That is the science breakthrough we were looking for.
Oh, I think it was a science breakthrough.
OK, and you've gone for, Fatia?
Bitcoin made legal tender.
Oh, that seemed closer, yeah. You've gone for?
Bitcoin
made legal tender.
Bitcoin made legal tender. Dear. Yeah, that's right. All right, last one. Last one in the Say What You See.
Oh.
Science and technology. You got something?
Yeah.
Nearly. Give us
Well,
a
we're missing
second.
one.
If it's the one I'm thinking of that you get wrong, I will give it to you, even if you get that wrong.
If
Because
it's
it's
not,
so
what if
difficult.
it's not the one?
Well done.
Then I'm not sure. OK. Nice. Teamwork.
Did you see that?
Yeah. Let's see what you all put. Josh, Roisin.
Oh, we've got Alexander Graham Bell conducts first long-distance phone call.
Oh, exactly right. or is it right? Because actually, Sophie and David, I might change my mind.
It's very similar.
Yeah.
Pointless shade meat, bell conductor, cup, longer pencil, sat-nav, phone shout.
So close!
Got to say, it says the same thing.
Harry, Mattia?
Go on, bruv.
Well, we got Alexander Graham Bell conducted first, longest, then we were struggled on distance phone call.
I
But
think
you
you-
said you'd let us have it.
I think point, no point.
Oh.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah. Well, well, let's see what that's done to the scores. I can tell you that in last place currently, Harry and Fatty with 21. Josh and Roisin have 22. Sophie and David in the lead with 32. And if you're a fan of 30-second films that try and sell you stuff, then you are in luck, because it's time for a break. See you in 5. Welcome back to the Big Fat Quiz of everything. Our last round is potluck. This round is like sleeping with a Love Island contestant. You never quite know what you're going to get. Pac-Man is an 80s video game. Millions of children grew up spending hours on end chasing round after pills before going to the arcade to play Pac-Man. Toys R Us was a beloved toy store which went out of business. I, of course, was delighted when Toys R Us went bust. It meant I could finally escape and try and find my way back to Geppetto. I'm a real boy. All right, last set of questions, potluck. First, I want to know what these 3 activities have in common. Solo synchronized swimming, ski ballet, and hot air ballooning. What have they all got in common? Solo synchronized swimming, ski ballet, hot air ballooning.
Got it.
Easy.
For our next question, it's over to horror author, dream weaver, and visionary. It's Garth Marenghi.
Oh, great.
Right, let me just ask you one more time. Please, make this easy for me. Who am I going to be talking to next?
Jimmy Carr.
Who is Jimmy Carr?
He's a comedian.
A comedian. Someone who makes people laugh. Is he funny?
He is funny.
He makes you laugh.
I like him.
Will he make me laugh?
I'm sure.
I doubt it. Hi, Jimmy. Aside from the creator, i.e. myself, the location is the most important part of any story. Dark Place was set over the very gates of hell itself, Romford. But in the Japanese village of Nagoro, the human population is outnumbered 10 to 1 by something wholly strange. Can your teams tell me what this strange thing is?
OK, so Garth wants to know what outnumbers humans 10 to 1 in Nagoro in Japan. And I'll give you a clue. It's a cure for loneliness.
That robot.
Not far off with that. OK, take a look at this clip of Vivienne Westwood. All I want to know is, who is she talking about?
Those girls have never had any education. They've never been brought up. They've never been taught anything at all. They've just been allowed to sort of grow up like animals. And the people, you know, and their dreadful clothes and their dreadful look and non-style, you know, what they're doing is they're just cultivating this attitude, you know, like, push your way to the top. Doesn't matter if you've got talent, if you haven't got anything, you know, like, go for it.
She's talking about Liz Truss, I think.
So the clip is from 1997.
1997?
OK.
No.
What's sorry?
Just trying to get a sing-song going.
OK.
I don't know. Do you know that song?
But I know I love you, and that may be all I need to know. Whenever... Yeah.
Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. Oh, it's Kermit.
It's just a... Well, it's a lizard of sorts. OK, take a look under your desks. This is an image from 1921, and it's widely considered the first ever meme. There are markers there for you. All I want you to do is write what you think it said under each picture.
Right, OK.
It's a weird pen.
So it said something under each picture. It's considered the first ever modern meme. All right, let's have some answers. I asked you what the 3 activities had in common: solo synchronized swimming, ski ballet, and hot air ballooning. What have you put?
Losers and virgins.
David, were you at any stage involved in solo synchronized swimming, ski ballet, and hot air ballooning? Roisin's asking.
Well, I mean, I've swum. No one was synchronised with me, so that, I suppose, is solo synchronised swimming.
I mean,
So, yes,
I can't fault your logic.
Ski ballet, that's no. And the third one?
Hot air ballooning?
No.
OK.
I've always thought I'd quite like it, though. Peaceful.
OK, what have you got for this one, Harry? Fatia?
We misheard. They all begin with S.
Solo
2 out of
synchronised
3.
swimming, yes, big tick. Ski ballet.
There's 2 S's in that.
And hot air ballooning. What did you put, David?
They all used to be in the Olympics.
That's the right answer.
Yeah.
They're all former Olympic sports. OK, next, Garth Marenghi asked you what outnumbered occupants of Nagaro in Japan 10 to 1. What have you put? Fatia, let's go to you.
Oh, please, blow my face. Prostitutes.
It wasn't that. David, what have you got for?
We've gone for Tamagotchi.
Tamagotchi, which is very much a poor man's prostitute. Josh, Roisin?
We've gone for knicker vending machines.
Well, they do like a knicker vending machine in Japan.
Very much a poor man's prostitute.
When I think about it, 10 vending machines per person is quite a lot.
Looking at that photo, can I change it to twigs?
OK, I can tell you the population declined rapidly and one resident decided to replace anyone that left with a doll.
Oh.
Just clothes stuffed with straw.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty creepy. Have a look.
Oh.
I think the one in the pink looks like she's being groped by the man behind her.
OK, I showed you a clip of Vivienne Westwood and asked you who she was talking about. What did you all get?
Spice Girls.
Spice Girls.
Yeah. Spice Girls.
You all got it. Points, points, points. Terrific. And I asked you about the first ever meme. What have you got?
We put here, under this one, cabaret artist, sexually confident. Accountant, sexually repressed. Or Jacob Rees-Mogg.
Josh, Roisin, what have you got?
Right, live, laugh, love, stand up straight.
Stand up straight. OK. Fatia, Harry?
So the first one is what Jimmy asked for, and then the second one is what Jimmy got.
Oh, I will give you that.
That's a meme.
I will give you that. This is from 1921, and it said, how you think you look when a flashlight, meaning photograph, is taken, and then under the one on the right, how you really look. OK, time for our final question.
Oh, my God, Freddy Krueger.
Oh, it's good. Look.
Oh, wow.
That's quite scary.
Hello.
Oh, this is good stuff.
At last, some production values.
All right, so please welcome my friends Xenomorph, Samara, Freddy Krueger, and Pennywise. So these are iconic horror villains who have all killed their fair share of victims on screen. What I want to know is who's killed the most. OK, so I want you to rate them on their kill count from the lowest to highest. Kill count in their movie franchise. Here's the T's and C's. We're only counting on-screen human kills. The Xenomorph represents all the Xenomorphs across the Alien franchise, and that, Samara, is from the English language version of the Ring franchise, not the original one. 5 points for every correct position you put them in. Off you go.
They are. Is that Predator?
The Ring.
Oh, the Ring.
Freddy's. I think Freddy's killed loads.
Just
1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. Free.
And then who's
Oh, better lock your door. This is so good. You all look so amazing.
Thank you.
Really, genuinely.
I just feel like I don't like standing on the end of this.
Yeah, we were going to put Jimmy Carr as number 1.
All right, let's see what you've all got. What have you got in terms of kill count? So go lowest to highest.
Oh, lowest, The Ring.
Yeah.
Then Freddy, then Alien, then Pennywise.
OK, you got 2 right. Josh, Roisin, what have you got?
Number 4, we've got Ring Lady.
Ring Lady.
OK.
3, we've got Pennywise.
Yeah.
2, we've got Xenomorph.
Yeah.
and one we've got my old favourite, Freddie.
You got one right. Sophie, David, what have you
We've got in fourth place Freddy Krueger. In third place, the Pennywise. Second place, Alien. First place, The Ring.
Oh, you got two right. I can tell you. The answer was Pennywise. Pennywise, you've killed 16 people.
Oh, Pennywise.
Yes,
okay.
And then Freddy Krueger, you've killed 46 people.
Oh, well done.
Maybe. Xenomorph, you've killed 71 people. Swap places. OK, but Samara, you're bad girl. Very bad girl. You've killed 169 people.
Shit, the heck.
She crashed a plane. So let's take a look and see what that's done to the final scores. So Josh and Roisin, you came last. The bad news is Freddie's now allowed to murder you.
Thank you. Can I get a photo of me and Freddie?
OK.
This is the
Harry,
best thing ever.
Harry Fatia,
Let me
you
get
got
a photo.
33. Very respectable. Came back at the end. But the winners of the Big Fat Quiz of everything, David and Sophie with 44 magnificent points. You've only gone and bloody done it. There you go. Perfect. That's it for the Big Fat Quiz of everything. Thanks to our brilliant panel, all our wonderful guests, and thank you for watching. I've been Jimmy Carr. Don't have night.